And we are live. So what's going on, everybody? First, I want to start by asking all of you to subscribe and to hit the bell before we start. If you like the content, smash the like button, share the video, as well as I'm planning to go live every week. So we're starting planning to start a weekly live episode. So if you guys have any topics you would like me and us to cover, I'm going to be doing it with Vincent MMA. Put it in the comment box. So that's it. So we're going to start making specific videos weekly. So in the comment box, write me some of the topics you want me to talk about. As well as have my super chat on. So if you guys want to leave a donation, hey, that'd be cool. If not, it's all good. Manik, thank you for coming on the channel. Satum, greetings from France. What's up? So that's it, guys. As well as before I start the topic, I'm just gonna wait a couple more minutes, let everybody come in before we start talking about having the right mindset for self-defense and from training. Love from India. Thank you, Manik. Guys, if you want to learn some self-defense, go visit my website, nickdrossos.com. I have all my new content and videos are on my website, as well as my instructor course next year. Brand new series. Thank you, my man, Kareem. So go check that out at nickdrossos.com. I'm talking a lot. Now let's get to having the right mindset for self-defense, because I made a video on how to defend from a katana sword. I made a video on how to defend against 2 knives. And I often get, you're an idiot, there's nothing that you could do, stop teaching people stupid stuff. Basically the idea that there's nothing you could do. Already I tell people, if you have the mindset that there's nothing that you could do, to me it's kind of like, I don't have that mindset for anything in life. I always believe there's something that you could do. I always want to stack the odds in my favor in some way, in some form. So meaning that even if I'm attacked by, 2 guys with 2 knives, yes, are the odds against me? Are the chances very slim? But the idea that there's nothing that I could do, that's not what I want to develop in terms of the mindset. I always want to think there's always something that you could do. There's always a fight in you. There's always a way that you could, have some odds stacked in your favor. There's always some kind of solution, no matter how small or how big it is. There's always something that you could do. And what I'm trying to do from those videos is at least train your brain and your mind to be able to be in that moment and be like, oh, I've seen this in the video, or I know I need to trap both hands, or if I trap, I can use my head. I'm always trying to give you guys different options. I rather that than being like, all right, guys, if you're faced with 2 guys with a knife, there's nothing that you could do. I mean, if that's your mindset, great. I always tell people, lie down on the ground and tell that to your attacker. And people tell me, well, just run. I'm sure the people who got stabbed last week ran too, but running is not always possible. So how do you develop a good mindset in self-defense and in training? In self-defense, first, again, you're going to develop your mindset through your training. Through the training and through the type of beliefs you're going to build through your training or through your instructors or through my videos or whatever it is. 99% of knife defense is trash. That's kind of true. It is trash. Most of it is bullshit, right? And that's why I try to tell people, look, I'm never here to tell you guys it's an easy solution to defend against a knife. But I'm here to tell you, well, there's something that you could do. At least try something, do something, And this is what I'm trying to do with the video. So how do you develop that good mindset? Again, first, it's through your training, right? Now, if most of you don't have any training partners, well, condition your body. Train your body to be strong, fast, explosive. Use your training in your body to tap into your mindset. Start with that. Start building your confidence through that. Right? The best knife defense against best defense against a knife is a Glock. Now, we've always heard this. Guys, go watch my videos of knife against a gun in close quarter range. This is, I don't know how many videos I have to make and talk about this. It's not always the best defense. You've seen it in close quarter range. Go through some videos on YouTube where officers are pulling out their weapons and still getting stabbed. Because in close quarter, anything under 10 feet, the knife will have the advantage over the gun. So the idea that I'm just gonna shoot the guy it's not always possible. It's not always optimal. It's not always the best, always the number one and best option, right? So again, that's always the easy answer to go to. You have to make 1,000 videos. Here in Argentina, most criminals carry firearms. Okay, that's a whole different other thing, right? If the attacker's carrying a knife, absolutely, carrying a gun. Again, I want to kind of stick to the topic, and I want to talk more about how to develop the mindset, as well as, guys, I've enabled my super chat. So if you want to give a donation, be very cool. Nice little thumbs up if you guys want to, do a little donation if you want. If you don't, it's all good. So first is through your training, right? Let's say you don't have a partner, physical strength training, right? 2 is developing your mindset through, doing, training your self-defense, doing scenarios, doing drills, sparring, simulating or doing your training in medium or slow or fast speed where you actually get to explore some kind of contact. So you don't freeze or you don't get shocked or freeze or overwhelmed in the street. This is why training exists. In your training, you should be applying all of these principles. These principles will build that mindset, right? So, doing overkill drills, doing handicap drills, doing scenario training, get to explore full out attacks and fights at medium slow speed with helmets to develop that proper mindset. Even if you fall, even if you get hit, the idea, you want to develop the mindset that no matter what happens, I keep fighting. It's not because I got shot, I stop fighting. It's not because I got stabbed, I stop fighting. So in your training, even if you get slashed and cut, sometimes people stop, oh man, I got hit. Oh man, no, you keep fighting. In the street, you're not gonna be like, oh, I got stabbed, I'm gonna stop. No, because your attacker won't stop. So you wanna develop the mindset that every time you're fighting through it, no matter what's happening, no matter how hard it is, you don't stop. And I used to do this with the training. I would tell them that it's all good, man. Don't worry about it. If you don't have money, it's all good, guys. It's not, I'm not doing this to make money, or else I would have stopped a long time ago. I'm actually doing this because I believe what I'm doing is very important, and I'm trying to help people keep safe. You know what I mean? So, if you could subscribe, hit the bell, share the video, it's just as good, my man. Ever got stabbed as a bouncer? No, I never got stabbed. Does strength contribute to self-defense? Manik, absolutely, right? Guys, I have a combat conditioning series on my website. I'm gonna be making some new videos because your body, your conditioning is your engine. If you go on my Instagram, I'm doing flying knees. People are like, oh my, man, damn, you're explosive. Yeah, you wanna be explosive. I wanna be able to move fast. I want to be able to move left, right, jump high, be able to, have good balance, good stability, explosive power. That is the engine. Once that engine is there, then I could apply the different techniques. The different techniques to it and the different concepts, right? And with the proper engine and conditioning, then you could develop that. GTG, I have a class. So, again, guys, you develop your mindset through the training, right? So again, do your conditioning, do overkill drills, do scenarios, do some sparring, do some visualization exercises, visualize full out scenarios, full out fights, and visualize the most gruesome, hardest fight you could ever fight and imagine. But in that fight, you're always fighting. You're never giving up. Here's the thing, the idea is you never give up. Your mindset should be, I never give up, I never surrender, I fight all the way through. Doesn't matter what's happening. If the attacker has me and he's stabbing me, guess what are my options? I sit there and I get stabbed and I say there's nothing I can do, or I attempt a trap, I attempt to fight. What are my higher odds of survival are fighting back instead of not fighting back? And that's what you want to train, guys. That mindset is what you want, right? You could also meditate, right? You could visualize and also meditate. 3 mooses with 2 knives, each jumping you. That's right. So that's how you want to develop your different type of, have that right mindset for self-defense, for combat, for fighting. And that mindset, I have the same mindset when it comes to everything I do in my life, right? There's no guarantees I'm going to live till 100 or I'm going to live till 80, but I still want to stack the odds to my favor. How? Eat well, exercise, be in a good mind frame, surround myself with good people, meditate, take my vitamins, sleep well. I'm trying to, and again, there's no guarantees, but I want to try to put as much as I can to my favor. Vincent, my man, we're going to be talking soon, Vincent. I just decided to pop the camera and do a little live. So guys, I'm actually meeting Vincent in about an hour and a half, and we're planning to be doing something like a live. It's been a while I've been wanting to do this, like a live self-defense show, like a weekly day and time with different topics, and be able to like talk to all of you and give you guys all the information that, the best information for self-defense, the best information that I can and that I have. So I'm very excited to be doing this with Vincent. So guys, make sure to give Vincent a thumbs up, as well as to go check out his YouTube channel. Do you recommend pepper spray against a knife? Again, do I recommend it? Yeah, if you've pulled it out and you have it and it's in your hand prior to the guy being 5 feet away from you, then maybe yes. But again, any recommendation, because people often ask me this, it depends on the scenario. Should I hold, should I carry a knife to defend against another knife? It depends. You know how to use a knife? What is the circumstances of you pulling out or using that weapon? Misfit, what's going on? Yeah, we're planning to do that every week, Misfit. So I'm going to be talking to Vincent a little bit later. I'm like, what happened then? We'll not be able to hit. If a person hits hard and punch, please make self-defense for women. Yes, we're going to be doing a self-defense for women, Vincent. We should add that up for sure. As well as guys, if you want to go, I have a women's self-defense program on my membership site, nickdrossos.com. It's only $10 a month, and I have exclusive videos, brand new videos. I filmed like 17 or 18 videos a couple of weeks ago. They're all going on my website, so go check that out at nickdrossos.com. As well, if you guys want to leave a little donation, super chat, get a cool little thumbs up. I'll give you guys a little shout out. And let me take some of the questions, guys. If a person hits hard punch, I'm like, what happened now? Then I'll not be able to hit him. What will I do? Well, you got to train to take a punch, man. Where's Davis? Davis is busy lately. He's working a lot. You got to learn how to take a punch, guys. And the best way to do it is just start sparring. And you don't have to go hard. Start light. Just get comfortable with, being able to take a punch. You're just, getting comfortable with it. We have a tactical weapon series, Josh. I did tactical weapons, a whole series, as well as the 12 last videos for the hero program, multiple attackers. But I just train I train MMA mainly, but I train self-defense. Look, if you have your MMA training, guys, MMA is your overall base, right? So I was training a new client today. He's a boxer. He was actually really good, moved well, good strikes. But that's all he could do. He could box really well, but he did not know how to, throw an elbow, a knee. He knew nothing about knife defense, back defense, awareness. So when people tell me boxing is like the best for self-defense, he knew like right, left, hook, move. He was good at that. But if, just the small scenarios we did where I simulated attacking him, he had no clue what to do. So he has a great base and something very good that I can work with. From there, I'm going to start tweaking it and making it more adaptable for self-defense. Use a, yeah, that's it, guys. Use a super chat and I will be the first one. Thank you from India. What's going on? Okay, I've watched them on your website. Josh, there are new ones coming out, Josh. There's a whole bunch of new web videos coming out. Some really good content that I'm going to be doing. We're also changing a few things on the website soon because we're getting so much traffic that we're updating it. So pretty good. As well as the other thing, Vincent, I was going to talk to you guys at every live, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Every single live, I'm going to be giving away something to a participant. So that's something that me and Vincent are going to talk about. So boxing is a good place to start. Absolutely. So if, people tell me, Nick, what should I start with? Look, guys, start with some boxing, man. Start with some boxing. If kickboxing as well, Thai boxing, and then it's taking those and tweaking them for self-defense, right? Because you need to learn how to throw elbows, how to headbutt, how to use your knees. Are BJJ sweeps good if I end up on the ground? Again, Jake, if you end up on the ground against multiple attackers, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, I see it from experience working in clubs. The last thing you want to do is go to the ground in a street fight, right? As soon as you hit the ground, you're vulnerable for kicks, stomps. That's not something you want to do. Would you give away some of your t-shirts? Actually, Misfit, yes. My first giveaway, I'm going to be probably either giving out a cap or a t-shirt. Yeah, with the new logo. So that's going to be pretty good. So like I said, guys, every week, but we're going to be talking with Vincent. The other thing I want to work on as well is have guests. I want to get guests in Montreal. I don't know, judo guys, Sistema guys, Krav Maga guys, anybody who does anything, can use BJJ or wrestling skills to get up fast. The goals of Grumman self-defense situation is different. You can use your BJJ or wrestling skills to get up as fast as possible through the goals of grappling self-defense. Absolutely. Very good point, Vincent. For sure. You see, the BJJ and the wrestling guys, I'm not going to tell you it's not good, it won't work. No, it's good. It's good. You need it. Have it in your toolbox. But know the pros and cons of using it and know when is the proper time to apply it and how is it the most beneficial in self-defense. Once you know that, and once you could train, once you could train it in your self-defense, take your BJJ and say, or wrestling, be like, okay, how can I use it? In what situation would my wrestling work best? Is my wrestling gonna work best when the guy's got a knife and he's attacking me? Probably not. Is it gonna work maybe for one-on-one and there's no weapons and he's overpowering me and I decide to just shoot and take him down? Maybe then. The wrestling guys getting quick takedowns and finishing the fight. Absolutely, guys. I mean, these guys, pound for pound, they're freaking strong. Again, it depends on how you're going to use it, when you're going to use it, when you're going to apply it. That's the only difference. A lot of times, you've discovered that through your training. So when you train, you'll figure out what you can and cannot do and how and when. So you could theorize it, but the best thing to do is do certain drills, do certain different type of scenarios where you could get to train and explore. Well, going for a takedown when they're 2-on-1 doesn't really make sense. If there's weapons involved, it doesn't work. So work is harder to learn alone than striking. Absolutely, it is harder. There's no doubt about it. I know they've made these dummies that you could train with, but for sure it's a lot harder to do groundwork alone, right? I mean, you could use the bob dummy, move around it, strike. There's still a few drills that you could do. But again, the thing I do like about grappling and I do like about wrestling is that a lot of times you're working with someone else, close quarter. And it's not so much these memorized movements where you're rolling, you're kind of playing and you're developing real skills. Absolutely. You don't want to do a takedown. You have to be smart on the ground, throw hard punches and kicks. Totally agree. You don't want to do a takedown and club multiple attackers against a knife. Absolutely, guys. And I've seen it happen in clubs. A guy in my town got stabbed in the chest by his girlfriend some time ago. He ran to the hospital with a knife in his chest and survived. I mean, shit could happen, man. And again, you might be like, oh, well, she's a woman, how did he manage to stab her? And again, we're looking at knife defense, and I've done drills with Helen, and I mean, it's so hard to defend against a knife, especially in close quarter, whether you're a woman, and Helen was coming at me full speed. By the time I trapped the knife, I got stabbed and slashed a few times, right? So as hard as it is, as easy or as hard, as hard as it is, it's even that much harder to defend against a knife. Are you even problem? 12-year-old, Vincent, I love that. Absolutely. A 12-year-old with a knife, guys. So true. A 12-year-old with a knife can kill you. Don't. I mean, that's how dangerous it is. You know what I mean? And sometimes I've played around my son where he picks up the knives and he kind of attacks me. And even me, when I try to step in, right? Sometimes he still might get a little nick or like kind of, again, obviously I'm not using my legs, right? Because I'm so much taller than him. I'd be definitely, throwing kicks. But even sometimes just trying to come in and trap, it's not as easy as some of the systems and some of the teachers and instructors make it look. And I rather show you how hard it is than how easy it is, because I rather show you how hard it is and give you a realistic view of the training than show you it's easy. Are you more scared of a guy like Moose or a psycho with a knife? Oh shit. What's your opinion on Ayal online Krav Maga courses? They are pre-recorded. Let me answer. I'm more afraid of a small psycho with a knife, man. Sometimes the small guys are even hard to trap, to get. They're wiry, those nervous type of. Sometimes they're hard. And again, you're looking at a knife, man. And, you're trapping one hand, you're striking. And again, these psychos, especially when they're under any type of influence of drugs, and sometimes antidepressants or painkillers, or any of these type of stuff, it plays with their mindset and their strength and their ability to take pain. You know what I mean? So it's harder. What do I think about Eyal Yanilov's online? I don't know his courses. I haven't seen them. Some of the stuff I've seen that he does is a little bit theatrical, but I don't know if that's because he does it for the videos, or if that's actually what he teaches in his program. So I can't really comment on that. How can a 5'6" guy even address a guy like Moose in a street fight? A guy like Moose, and I've trained with Moose. You gotta hit him hard. You gotta hit him hard. You gotta hit him fast, and you gotta hit him in vital targets, man. You gotta strike him in the throat. You gotta eye gouge him. You gotta slam his head, kick him in the balls. You gotta do serious damage on a guy like Moose, because there's so much power that, even in the one drill, just him squeezing me or putting pressure was was so hard, Mel. I was gonna say Gail Mipson. I read Mel Gibson. That's hilarious. Is Krav Maga best for street defense? Again, guys, I'm saying it straight out, guys. I'm calling it Krav Maga because sometimes it's what I teach is Krav Maga and not Krav Maga. There's certain elements that are and others that aren't. Again, I call it as it is, guys. I do it because, hey, it's easier for people sometimes to associate to self-defense. Obviously, when I put it on the title or the thumbnail, more people come in. But again, I don't care what you call it. People said there's elements that they've seen in Krav Maga and others they've never seen. So, like every instructor, you create your own style of what you teach. And a lot of my teaching comes through my personal experience, what I've learned over the years of training, what I've applied, what's worked, what hasn't worked. So I don't want to just take a system and say, oh, it works because somebody said it works. Well, what worked for me? What did I learn through my years of working in security, and how could I apply? So I've modified through pressure testing a lot of stuff. What if he has arms? Yeah, I've seen those stupid comments. What's your recommendation for the guys who are planning to do solo training Krav Maga? Any recommendations for getting complete course? Hilom, I have a course on my website called the Hero Program. It's 48 lessons, step by step, 48 self-defense lessons. and I break them down. I mean, I break down step by step. So it's a complete, first level self-defense program, teaching, footwork, awareness, verbal defense, common attacks, the striking, and the last one is multiple attackers and some improvised weapons. So I have that on my website, the Hero Program. It's at nickdrossos.com. And guys, in 5 minutes, I'm gonna be closing. So if you guys have any question, also make an episode on the mindset of carrying a knife yourself, since so many 12-year-olds get stabbed each other and carry knives. And man, that's Vincent. That's a great topic that we can talk about in the coming episodes that we want to do. Fast with knives, you can. So guys, again, guys, I'm gonna be going off in 5 minutes. If you guys want to throw a little super chat, I'll give you guys a little shout out and a little thumbs up. Small guys are fast, and with a knife, they can also easily get fast and long quickly. I'm gonna try to get Hilholm, Halikov. Yeah, like I said, man, you could check that out at nickdrossos.com. Nick, whose website is amazing, recommend. Misfit, thank you. We're gonna Misfit. We're gonna be. You know what, Misfit? We're gonna do a women's self-defense just for you, Misfit. Could you do something? Can you do something on inappropriate touching? I don't want to rely on eye poking for it. Keep guns, woohoo. And machetes. Oof, guys, I did that in Boston Defensive Tactics when I trained the police. We did defense against a machete. Guys, it's freaking deadly, man. That's one of the toughest weapons. And I did the one on the katana sword. Some people told me, you're an idiot, just run, nothing you could do. But I'm like, yeah, I mean, to me, when people tell me against a knife, just run, it's like, if you're hungry, just eat. I compare it to that, right? We know, obviously you want to run, but running is not always, optional. It's not always there. I got a Colt M4 machine gun. What if you corrected? What if you cornered? When I grab you, it's absolutely, you know what I mean? And most fights, guys, you need to remember, most attacks happen in close quarter range. The guy's not going to pull out a knife 20 feet away and be like, I'm coming after you. No, he's going to get close. He's going to come 4 to 6 feet. He's going to talk to you. He's going to bridge that gap. He's going to close it up and then pull out his weapon, or the weapon's already out. Use free weights. Absolutely, guys. So right here is my my machine. People underestimate the street smart. Absolutely, guys. I mean, don't think these Vincent, great one. The street thug is not like. Don't think he's stupid. You know what I mean? Especially when you're dealing guys who've been in prison, and I know I've met them working in clubs. Their awareness is far greater than probably any of us can imagine, because I know a guy who went to prison, and like he told me, I had to sleep with one eye open. You're always watching your back. You're always aware. And I remember I met him in the club and we were talking, and he was telling me a little bit about, how it was over there. And he told me, I went to prison, I learned how to box, how to do jiu-jitsu, how to fight, how to make weapons, how to defend against weapons. I was like, shit, I was in boarding school. I was in a boarding school like that as a kid. Yeah, guys, I had a bigger knife, bigger ball than $20 that he has gotten. I had a bigger knife, a bigger ball, but I wasn't worth $20. All right, guys, so can you do a video on kicking? I have long legs and can do full split. I've been a lot of times with good kicks. Good. All right, Misfit. So we'll do a video on kicks. So that's it, guys. In 1 minute, I'm gonna be going off. So I'm gonna try to keep the lives at 30 minutes. So guys, to close it off, you can go visit my website, nickdrossos.com. How's the shoulder? Still in a little bit of pain. It's getting a little bit better, but I'm not letting it slow down. As well as let me and Vincent, guys, I want to do a shout out to Vincent. Thank you. Make sure to check out Vincent MMA, subscribe and like his page and follow him. He's also going to be helping me through these lives. You guys could start writing in this video some of the topics you want us to talk about in the future. Some of the topics you want us to do. Like, again, we're planning to set a same day and time for these lives, and that's it. And guys, subscribe, hit the bell, share the video, tell your friends about it. You know, I'm excited to be starting, you know, this self-defense show. And that's it. Vincent, my man. Misfit, you're 6'1"? Misfit, are you really 6'1"? My God, 6'1", you're taller than me. Holy shit. Wow. It's really tall for a lady. More rear naked chokes, seen different ones. Got more rear naked chokes, that's it. Not want to fight her. Yeah, 6'1", damn. And she could do the splits. She could probably kick your head pretty easily. So, all right, guys. And like I said, every week I'm going to be giving a live prize. She can kick over my head. Vincent, how tall are you? Five nine, 5'10". Okay, I'm 5'11", so we're not such a big difference. So I have a lot of good ideas. Vincent, are you ready to talk in about 15, 20 minutes? Yeah, Netherlands. I remember when I went to Netherlands, everybody was big, man. All right, guys. So we don't know yet. 20 minutes is fine. Great. We don't know yet, guys, when we're going to be doing this. I'm going to speak to him right now. And when we know, I'm going to make a video and I'm going to talk about it and let you guys know, because we want to make rules of what we want to do in, you know, I don't want it to be like this. I want it to be structured. I want people to stick to the topic. You know, I want to have different topics weekly. I want to have, you know, giveaways every week. And that's it. And that's it, guys. I'm out. Thanks for watching. Again, go visit my website, nickdrossos.com. Stay safe, guys.